The ESL Pro League continues. Fidget spinners are on. Keyboards and North are in the lead. Big Clan are up against the wall. They're already at a one-map disadvantage in this best of three. Admittedly, already North locked themselves in for Montpellier, and Big are not able to qualify. This is just for the pride, the prestige, and our finals, essentially. I mean, we're going to be getting more from everyone who has securely locked themselves in for Montpellier once we get there, but this will be the last you see of the Pro League for some time.
And yeah, unless you want to stay up and tune into the North American broadcast a little bit later.
Precisely. If you're a European viewer, I respect it. If you're a North American viewer, good morning, good afternoon,
good
day.
And good night.
Kirby, he's flying out. Tamsin's already taken one out. AZ cut down to size. Valda's tagging him up rather beautifully. He's got the frag lead at the moment. Valda switching to in-game leadership. Hasn't stopped him fragging, at least not in this series. Yugi's taken Xantares. We're into 4v4.
They know 2 over towards his cutout position based off Kirby's little jab. So I was going to say if you could get 1, maybe even 2, that could be the round right there. But Valda, he wants to hunt. He wants to get more as in the flurry. Tizian finds Yugi, and now it's 2-on-4.
It shouldn't be doable. The CTs, they have the numbers. Gade, he's got the spot, though, into the high on the green train. Not going to be going too far from that one. Close. Valda. Oh, so many opportunities, does squander them, and Big, they get a very necessary pistol round. They need to convert this, and we've got ourselves a real game.
Yeah, Dennis was on low HP for the majority of those fights that he was taking there, so he did a very good job with that survivability that we were discussing earlier.
Yeah.
I think there's something else to note is that Tizian is the only member on the side of Big to be going into the second half with double digits. He has 16 kills right now. He didn't find 16 this half. It was 15 previously.
But still.
Yeah, he's been having a good performance on train. We saw Dennis being able to sneak out from that team aim position and push on down, and right now the Deagles will be coming in for North. I like this approach on a map like Train. You can spread on out and find Deagle picks, yeah.
Surprised Dennis didn't go down the first time, but now God B, how many times will he be caught with a nade in his hand? It's happened again. Pulled the smoke, Yugi swings. 3v3, a much heavier investment from the CTs. Every kill here is a bonus, but all of that comes tumbling down with Xantares onto AZ. His aggression puts the bomb loose, and the frags start to trickle in. Oh, good connection. Should be it, though.
The reason that the Deagles here, I was saying,
yeah, you were saying you liked them,
is because Train has a lot of long-range duels. So if you can find yourself, if you can get pop control, most teams will respect and give you pop control. You know, they're going to be more of a distance to team main, more of a distance towards Ivy. And those are duels that the Deagle, they can really thrive in.
Right.
You know, you peek the corner, you can see where he is, you can step back out, and if you can hit that one dig, then you've managed to find yourself a big opening. Did go down towards Ivy. They, you know, had a chance, but Big did a good job to recover, and now we will see the Deagles once more. So they felt they had enough success to warrant the same level of investment 2 rounds in a row. And Big, they're going to want to keep it as clean as possible here.
Especially given the fact that those earlier frags, the round prior, forced what was SMGs and pistols into full rifles. If they can achieve something similar this round, North will have managed to keep Big incredibly honest. Gade is honestly bleeding. 11 points of health. He caught that nade on the nose.
Lots of movement right now on the CT side of Big as they've established close to main control. They've given up Ivy control this time round, so opposite from what we saw from them last round. And Gade will take a little bit more damage right there, down to 6 points of health. This is the duels I was talking about. See, it's not great for Kirby against an Org, but against like a Famus, it's like along those lines, it would be a decent fight. So if he can pre-aim this, which he cannot, Dennis will get the better of him, and now Yugi gets scouted through the wall.
Straight through the corner. With a scout, no less, Tabson. He will be threatened, but supported by Dennis. Valda smoked off as well. Gade has a friend. AZ's there to trade off his low HP. Bomb loose, but Xantares is also ready for it. But quick work from AZ. Gets just the one before falling to the SMG. An extra $600 in the pockets of God B. And he even manages to recover an M4, courteously shot in his direction by his teammate.
Quite nice there. So they did keep it relatively clean this time round, and we're going to get this one underway here. As you can see right now, the Game Fuel Power Play options are on your screen on the social medias at ESLCS. Have a little vote. See which one you want to be highlighted at the end of the show by some scruffy Australian dude.
Oh, well, yeah, well, I've heard of him. Dame Chad Birchall.
That's the one. But no quick approach out team main here coming in from that of North. Well, actually, I say so. They did slip through, only just.
Oh, he had just the right idea. Execution not there, though, and now Gade walks into the site and claims it for his own. A quick double. And the smokes will start to clear, but North, they're just crawling through. They're going to pincer in already. Dennis, he can't keep track of all of them at once. This is a gorgeous round from Gade. 4 frags, but he just dismantles the defense. Ahead of their nades, ahead of the smoke. I like the game plan from tabseN. You could see that was a pre-planned route to catch the AWP, trying to find a quick frag towards the Ivy line. But Gade, he was having absolutely none of it. The first, the second, and these last two, that's just gorgeous work. A single one-man army to find 11.
Yeah, Dennis not even really aware that that was a capability, but obviously with the scout in hand, it was a little bit of a bonus situation for tabseN. However, going into this gun round, they will have a MP9 in the hands of Zantares, and Godby will only get himself a 5-7, so not a full gun round, but it can work. They have dropped a low ramp smoke, and that one there is a curious one, because if you do creep down the ramp and try and get relatively close, if a CT is playing an angle, they can just catch your toes. They have to respect that smoke. They can't even play in it.
Interesting. We haven't really seen too much activity on the inner site this entire game on Train.
Oh, that's a good flash right there. Noise is made though, and AZ ready and raring will be able to take down Tizian, and it will be an inside execute, so tabseN has to step up.
And Molly's going to get a little hot on Get Right, forced to get out of there. Get underscore out. tabseN forced off. Zantares MP9, that's not the weapon he wants for this fight. They are just charging up though.
Surely
what is this? They're planting. Zantares, he doesn't have anyone to contest. Upgrades to the AK, has the bomb. Gade coming behind enemy lines though. This is chaos. Starts to stabilize as Gade clears the inner sight.
Oh, they got very lucky there that Dennis and Godby went in closer positions, because that would have been catastrophic. But now they're Molotoved off. They can't actually push on in. They are getting that bomb down now, and it is planted for the backline, so they can play up close and personal, and Godby has decided to go for the save. He should probably play in transition towards Pop Dog or Box Holes to see if he can get an exiting kill. And as we can see on the mini-map in the top left, all 3 members of North are playing towards CT spawn. There has been the AWP in the hands of Yugi now.
Gade's going to be clearing that one out, confirming it's a safe exit. As they just keep their eyes on that bomb. Would hate to see the Ninja come in. It won't be, we can tell you that. But 12 for North. And a safe exit for all 3 that survived the initial assault. I liked the idea behind that late upper aggression from Big. The flash into the ladder leap. Scary, intimidating, just that didn't quite land onto AZ and he could swing on it.
Yeah, you ideally don't want to be making too much noise there.
So what, Tizian's presence, the leap from the ladder cost him? You think perhaps a quieter?
Well, the flash could mean a lot of things, right? The flash could mean that somebody took a pick from high ramp, or the flash could mean that you know, somebody just wanted to go on the ladder, step on out, and then go back down. But by making the noise, you guarantee that your position has been given away. Obviously, it is a tell in itself, but the sound is, it completely sells it.
Right.
And well, there's nothing to be sold, because he was actually going all in. We'll see an inside push coming on here. 3 members with the AUG. And there isn't anybody to deal with, so they're going to get a lot of map control. If AZ's not ready...
Oh, hello.
Yikes.
That's going to be a call made. He knows there's 2, perhaps not 3. He knows the boost was possible, doesn't know there was a 3rd. Godby, in the meantime, is going to catch a glimpse of Kirby, but not enough. The P250 would have worked perfectly in that kind of fight, that kind of range. The CTs, however, now have Pop Dog, and the call will be made. Tizian going to do some aggressive moves here, and AZ, you have to admire the patience from him.
It's just strange that Big have reacted so much to that kill at Ivy. They could have just postured and waited, left one player passive who could be spotting and treating box holes like a bit of a banana, you know, spotting from the white walls and then drop down and run when they do spot a player coming, and then bolster the outside defense. But instead, they're just walking into the crosshairs of North right now, one at a time. They did have an advantage. They did have a lot of map control, but now they have nothing.
It's been taken away from them piece by piece. Dennis looking to find some peace. A piece of Gade, that's what he's got. Takes him down with a relatively small price to pay. tabseN's even got another. Could we see a 2v5, a dink? Kirby finished off. Now down to a 2v1. tabseN's done a lot, but he has to do oh so much more. AZ was tagged if he got the drive-by. Tags up Yugi, connects onto AZ. 2 versus 5, turns into a 1v1. Yugi keeps North's 13th round alive. But my God, did Big keep things a little bit more intense than anticipated.
Yeah, good stuff there from Yugi to have the mindfulness to swap from the AWP over to the AK-47. Can be more agile and obviously have a few more shots in the chamber than the AWP. making sure that he can close that one out. We do have 2 players now on the sides of North up to 20 kills. That will be Gade and Valda. And then next on is Kirby, followed by AZ on 13 and Yugi on 12. On the other side of things, Tizian up towards 18 kills. Hudson and Dennis doing their best to get to double digits now. This will be the opening move of the smokes. And they're going to lurk on out behind them again. Zantara's will be the first to find Valda. He'll go down, and it's going to be a quick pounce towards the inner bomb site. They need to react quickly off this. If I was the in-game leader, I'd be shouting for them to go.
Tizian's smoke, will it keep him at bay? Will they obey the smoke? He plays close to it. Could be jumping into the MP9 meat grinder if they did go aggressive, and so instead they hit the brakes.
Just to notice, look at the minimap. You can already see rotations come in. Your in-game leader has just used your set smokes to go outside for information and potentially get you a kill to execute off of. Now that you've waited so long, you respected the Molotov. You could have put it out. You respected the smoke. You had your chances. Now you're going to have to execute into 2 players towards the inner bomb site. Dennis with the AWP. Obviously, we know Tizian is a little bit hamstrung with the MP9, but it is going to be more than enough in a close range position like that to get 1.
Yeah, Dennis, he's brought his AWP over here, but he does respect that flash, tries to wait it out, doesn't choose to drop off, and it's rewarded by a kill. Gade gone. Numbers heavily favoring Big Clan here. The molly doesn't go where it was supposed to. They've got time. Oh, Kirby nearly beheads his teammate, and his teammate is left alone. Just AZ, and he's gone too. A messy round, a little discombobulated,
yeah,
North.
Not quick enough to react on what the idea was there. It was always going to be a yard fake into an inside execute, and 1 Molotov, stopping them for that long against an MP9. I feel like they could have rushed it a little bit more, but it's not the end of the world. They are still towards the top here with 13 rounds. Their name 9 for Big here.
How's your Danish?
Certain rounds will pop out regardless of language, I believe. I feel like he said Ivy.
Okay. I thought you said something about hot dogs with fried onions on them. Because that is a Danish specialty. My goodness.
I really liked the sushi place we went to.
That was good. Copenhagen was a
cold.
great city.
Just really expensive.
Oh yeah, absurd. But nice food, nice people. I wouldn't say nice weather.
Taxi drivers sucked.
They do suck. They are just rude. Oh. This, I don't consider this distance enough for me to treat you like a human being. Sorry. Nade in the meantime, followed by a Molotov. Kirby's going to get away with 36 HP.
They are really respecting Ivy this round. You can see how passive they were for any early round aggression. And now that it doesn't appear that any's come in, Yugi wants to get a little bit inquisitive. You can see him posturing now with the AWP. Kirby next to him. They're taking box hall control right now. So very important parts of real estate to have on the map. They don't have Pop Dog, and going back there with 3 players postured forward from Big may be problematic within the late round. Tabson does have a smoke as well to drop in case they want to Molotov him out of position.
4-1 split of those CTs, and a slow 1 from North. You hear a lick of the flame onto Tabson's toes, which is a sound cue North will have heard. Building a picture in their mind of how the CTs have set themselves up. Kirby and Valda look like they're going to try and sell something outside. And a response from Big Clan. Aggression from Gobby. He could even hear their steps. He probably will make the call. Tizian does Molotov in response, but they're already out. Tizian, he's got to do more than that.
Kill.
Big kill from Yugi. They're on the rotate. The flash is going to enable 1 AWP to come out, but Yugi's already holding the line. Dennis is gone.
This one's a rough one to get back into. Zantara's has actually given them a lifeline by finding that opening and the second. That's huge. This one's open now.
The premise of a retake thrown away by Zantara's and is fragging 2 already. Caught on the jump. Gade once again brings the numbers in favor of the Danes.
No kid, Alex.
And that's going to mean they're going to have to pick up the pace. Locked out on oil. Gade's actually pushing. Tabson could get humiliated here if Gade chooses to swing wide behind. Call made. Gade finishes, and that's Scott B miles away, keeping hold of that AWP. 14 now for North, just 2 away in their pursuit of victory. And the conclusion of Phase 2 here in ESL Pro League.
I thoroughly enjoy the fact that they pushed that Molotov, right? Because there was once again the same play. We're faking out and we're going in. With the close team main presence of Big, there was no way that they were going to get fooled by that. Because they were throwing so many nades over the top of that position that you would expect them to be coming through. So the fact that Yugi knew that he had to keep on going, the fact that he made that kill, that's what won the round. Sure, Zantara's got back in there, made it interesting, but that's from a 3v5 position being down. It's very difficult to find yourself in a round like that. And you can see here how much of these woes are really taking on the economy right now of Big. We have a Deagle in the hands of Tizian. Dennis has got himself a Famus. Tabson with that carried across Ort from God B. Let's see if they can get anything done.
It's such a sad buy, isn't it? A FAMAS with no nades. You just feel like a chocolate teapot. And God B and Tabson, however, are showing us just how much they can do. Tabson does get the trade. Zentaris holds pop firm. And with 90 seconds left in the round, there's only one left on the T side. He's already been pre-aimed by Tabson. The round concludes. Heroics from Tabson exactly when he needed to deliver. He's always been outlined as a star for Big. An outlier as well, you know, statistically consistent. An occasional off game, often resulting in a loss for Big Clan, but this time saving the day.
Yeah, he's been with this roster, or at least with Godby, for some time now. You have to remember back to Pro League when we went to Brazil finals, and they were known as NRG. They had Fugly on the roster, Legia was in there, and who was the fifth?
You're rolling back the years.
Yeah, but they were. This when Tabson was playing at this level with the trio, Legia, Godby, Tabson.
Tabson in Penta, was it? I feel like that was where he came from as well. I remember casting the Meisterschaft, the German Premiership, and having Tabson just rip through his adversaries in those lower leagues.
Let's have a look here. Let's see what the roster was. So NRG signed Daps, Breezy, and Marky all at once when they dropped Godby, Legia, and Tabson, which made the roster... What was the roster?
While you're solving that one, I'll solve this round. It's number 25. Kirby's the only one to have to completely forego a primary weapon. He has the sidearm.
Whoa,
Three
Fugly and Peter.
Ivy. Peter.
Yeah, PTR.
That's the one. Mr. Gurney. 3 members of North towards Ivy. HE just licks Yugi, but absolutely nothing to write home about. Bomb in a non-committal state. Tizian, he has been having a good tournament.
Oh, he's going to get flashed in, I think, from the connector player when this smoke starts to clear.
Zentaris doesn't have one, though.
Anyway. Oh, okay, never mind.
That would cause somewhat of a problem. The aggression from Tizian stemmed by the broken economy of Big. No utility left on their star.
Just to note, the reason that you saw him play like that, looking towards high ramp with his back turned, because if they pop flash down low ramp and tried to push through his smoke, he's in a position to go through the smoke or turn around and have some quick duels. So it's quite smart from him as opposed to playing in a more passive spot that they will be clearing with utility. That close position, super difficult to clear on out.
It's an awkward angle, too.
Oh, this is going to be a really fast flank potentially at Pop Dog. So whoever's tasked with holding that, when this execute towards inside comes in, Valda, he has to get both these kills.
And so we've outlined the win conditions. 20 seconds. Flash comes in. This is the difficult angle. And Tizian, if he gets more than one here, job done. Flash lands. Frags land. Kirby does enough with the Deagle, but already Zentaris is there to fill in the shoes of his fallen comrade, and he's done enough. There's no way North can dig their way out of this one, or can they? 5 seconds, you've got to get the bomb down. Kirby uses the ladder to evade the sniper shot. They're closing in. 2 seconds, bomb's down. Valda's on the flank from Connector. If he gets one, it's not enough.
Molly.
He does have the Molotov. Throws it. Now he needs to survive.
And
it's going to be too late. The defuse from Tabson does come in. He's still got 70 health to spare, but my goodness, that was an unpredictable whirlwind of a round of Counter-Strike. Back and forth we go, and Big stand vigilant.
All right, well, they're not giving up without a fight on this one. We did speak about that in the first map, if they were just going to roll over and die, or if they were going to give it everything and give us an exciting match. Well, here on Train, they definitely don't want to give up without a fight, that's for sure. Tizian's hit 20. Tabson now, he's coming alive in this second half. 17 kills to his name, as the scoreline is now 14-11 in favour of the Danes. They have been humbled and have to take a bit of a pistol upgrade round. That's 4 Deagles on the board. A couple of nades will rain out early to see if we can give them an avenue of attack on the side. But Tabson, he loves the combat orb. He loves to get up close and personal, and he's pushed towards team main once again.
Aggression from Tizian. Often quite passive in this 180's got to take that fight. It's not a fight, it's easy to win. He'll only get one, but overwhelmed potentially. Yep. That's going to be the bomb recovered and an M4. The rest, however, starts to crumble. Zentaris smokes a little too late to the party. His bullets are not, though, and Kirby maybe, just maybe, can sneak up on these CTs. Did they see him drop? I don't know if they did.
Curious to know if they think he's through or not. It depends on the avenue that he takes of ingress here, of where they walk into a line of sight or not.
That angle suggests he didn't.
Yeah, the timing on this could mean 2 kills. He just has to show a little bit of trigger discipline when he's in Centaurus here.
You can hear the scope.
This is 2 kills.
It should be 2. Between the legs, is he going to Megs? 1, 2. Looking for a third. Scavenger's a weapon. Bomb is able to be retrieved. The Molotov tried to fake him out. He's playing with his weapons. Oh, caught with his hands in his pants. Kirby, he had a chance for a magical round there. Has the building blocks, but doesn't manage to quite get it all sorted.
And the balls to just push out connector like that, knowing that your teammate was so far away on the flank. That was an audacious CT play with all things considered.
I like the idea from Kirby. I mean, that second switch to the indecision between Deagle and M4, probably because he wasn't expecting it.
Should have been M4.
100%. But the fact that he tried to throw the molly towards ramp just to get that CT sound cue, to think the aggression is safe, loved it. Really quick work from Kirby. He managed to make something out of nothing there.
Now we actually see the double orb setup come out from Big, so Dennis is wielding this one. I was curious if it was going to be God B, but over towards Ivy it's poised, and he has a battle with Yugi coming on. Flash will happen, Yugi steps on out, neither shot's going to land here, and with the repick, Yugi gets the better of him, and Zentares has the ability to trade up close and personal. If he can find one more here, he's done fantastically. Getting away is a good job too. Yeah,
looked at the AWP for a moment, considered it. It's not a weapon we often see in the hands of Zentares. 14 to 12. The gap continues to close, and Taras extends it. Gade onto Tab. 3v3. And these fights are working in Big's favor. There's only one man left, Kirby. He's got the AWP. Picked it off his fallen comrade, Yugi. And he starts his crawl. He's a player hard right as he emerges from Ivy. That's the first angle that he's going to walk into. Whether or not he clears it, well, we're about to find out. Checks the high train. Anticipates aggression from one side, but he's not looking on the right. It's Zentares, patience rewarded, and it's a 4K from him in that round. He keeps Big in it. He keeps them fighting.
I'm not going to lie, Alex. I don't even know what the third map was because I didn't think we'd go the distance.
Dust 2, sir.
Yikes.
Dust 2. It's one that Big
struggled on, but pick.
Struggle on, but pick. That's a good way to summarize it quickly. I appreciate that.
A man, a few words. North are going to have to start digging deep here if they want to close this one out in 2. We'll go for the pistol upgrades once again. They have had some success with Gade, had that massive 4K round when he was able to make a bit of room for himself in the yard position. We can see them keeping their heads down. For those unaware, that's to make sure you don't get spammed through the wooden boards. And here we go, lining up the smokes and flashes. They do have 5 smokes, so it's like Valder's smoke, if I'm looking at this correctly, is probably going to be the... No, never mind, he's cancelled. I was going to say deep towards connector. So it looks like they're just going to go for a standard play here. So their smokes and flashes now. What you want to do when you have the pistols in hand is push up as close and personal towards connector to cut off the rotations. Long-range duels are not the name of the game here.
Is that? Oh, okay. I thought he was going to do some sort of crazy Molotov into the brown holes. Instead, it's an early one onto the site, perhaps demonstrative of their absence of control.
That was the double pump I was talking about, the bad at utility. Now this is the real hit.
Double pump. Well, can they pump them full of lead? Tizian certainly isn't going down quietly, but oh my goodness, Kirby, 2 swift adjustment frags. One side of his screen to the other. Now the bomb's down. That baited out utility does enable it to go down uncontested. However, a dunk. Dennis takes Yugi out of the equation, and now all onto Valda. He's only got a CZ.
Oh, he's got away.
He's just got away. His toe's not visible.
Now the question is, for Dennis, has he made it up the ramp, or is he just juking me around the train here? There's so many positions that Valde could have snuck into, and Dennis does have no kit.
No kit. Of all the times, of all the rounds they've struggled, Valde gets the info, backs away. The clock is his very best friend now. Dennis has to go aggressive. I don't think he's got time.
It's going to be tight. Oh,
it's
he doesn't have it.
And North.
What a blunder!
I can't believe it. There was a kit there as well. Does get away with it. Picks it up. Saves the AUG. But that's incredibly performed by North. I mean, they couldn't do it with weapons, but they can do it with CZs. I'm very, very impressed.
Jeez, it's just the details in Counter-Strike.
But
really,
taking that Molotov out saved the round. By that double pump that you are a genius in identified, that was how they won that round, because otherwise that bomb never goes down. They never win that round. They're playing a 1v2 with no bomb plant.
We'll be seeing a tactical timeout come on in here.
Whew.
Is back truly against the wall right now for that of Big. One round is all it's going to take for the Danes North to clean sweep this in a 2-0. Give themselves 3 victories over the round robin stage here of ESL Pro League Season 9 European Division. Not the team we expected to come out on top of this group. It was Na'Vi, but they've fumbled, they've fallen, and Tabson giving us a bit of a wave, having some fun with it. Having a giggle. Or a cackle.
That was kind of maniacal. I can't pronounce that word. Maniacal?
Maniacal?
Maniacal? That sounded better.
We should read more.
We should. Send us your book recommendations.
No, don't, because
Preferably,
I'm not going to read them.
no,
I
we're
got a
not.
couple
We're really
of mine.
not.
I want to read the sequel to June.
Have you read June?
Yes, I have. Maybe the last round here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of Pro League, until the Americas finish things off tonight well and truly. Up close and personal. Zantares again.
He's dug them out of holes, as has Tizian, to top of the scoreboard for the big clan. Just a scout for Tabson this time. He's been influential with the AWP. Zantares will get Molotov down. The smoke indicates his presence. Godby tagged up, but Zantares quick to adjust to help his teammate. Catches Kierby's aggression as he tried to retreat towards the con. Things take a bit of a slower pace now. Utility's limited. You've only got 2 smokes for this. You want one on ramp. You're probably going to want one towards upper if you want presence there. But once again, by having this pop dog, Chad, you talked about it before, that flank can come in fast if the call is made. Oh, Zantares is doing it. I saw it through the X-ray. He's coming in. Tizian ready to try and behead someone. It's an easy headshot for Valda. The guillotine in full swing. Gabe finds Tabson, but the flank does nothing. Yugi was ready, and this surely is too much for Big Clan to handle. 2 players remain. Dennis on the flank goes down. Just one. Godby. A quiet map from him. And would have to be quite the hero. A precise finish. Onto Valda. Spots another. Onto AZ North. They're watching that clock tick away. Godby's trying to make this fight end quickly. It's not quite working out. AZ's not giving him the angle he needs. And North, they pick it up. Comfortable for the Danes in the end. But by my God, did Big make them.
Sie sind besiegbar, die Faschisten. Es liegt in unserer Hand.
I definitely think it's, I mean, judging by the way Cloud9 played yesterday on Inferno, I think that it's definitely an opportunity for Ghost to come out of the gate swinging. And on top of that, they're starting on CT side, of course, because it was Cloud9's pick. To begin the round, we will see Ghost with the heavy stack towards Banana. Freakazoid will be jumping across the halls to spot it, and look at this push coming in from the CTs.
Yeah, push down to bottom Banana. That's 4 players that are sitting there. Vice will round the corner, and he spots one over there towards the logs, but it's actually Kusta that gets the shot from range and eliminates him. So now this denies mid from Cloud9. You do have a big weakness towards the A site, however, and it's interesting to see how Ghost Gaming are still just dug in like a tick into the bottom of Banana. They've rotated Wardell out to try and help Freakazoid, but really it's just Freakazoid playing alone. He's playing contact in the graveyard right now, and he is instantly wiped clean. There was a skirmish at bottom Banana, and it traded a 1-for-1 right there, as the bomb will arrive shortly. But Ghost Gaming are going to arrive shortly, maybe just a half a second after the bomb gets here, or at least just to lane. They're going to have to fight their way out of this one, and Ghost Gaming managed at 3-3, no further casualties on the team.
Yeah, that was a good pistol round coming out from Ghost Gaming. A very scary one as well, as we saw that lull in the round where those 3 members had pushed down towards the bottom of Banana. We see the rotation from, I do believe, Wardell coming out towards Library as well. And Cloud9, through that whole thing, was calling the audible. They were taking the bomb, they were bringing it through halls, but the fact was, the bomb was just so far away that although Rush had taken Freakazoid out by Graveyard and cleared out the site, it was still enough time for Ghost Gaming to rotate in and catch the Cloud9 players just setting up within that bomb site.
Yeah, the bomb just got to the balcony, and it just couldn't quite safely cross lane and get to the site in time. It was a very interesting pistol strategy from Ghost Gaming. They're lucky that it wasn't initially provided, I think, with Vice's death there at bottom Banana, that he only saw 1 or 2 CTs, so he didn't see this mass influx of 4 counter-terrorists there. If he did, it would have been a mad dash straight to the A site, where Freakazoid wouldn't have been able to stop that tide.
All right, it does look like Cloud9 now on this full eco. They do have a P250 on the back of Rush, but nothing will be happening other than that. Freakazoid with a Mag 7 at the B bomb site. Kusa's got that UMP. It should be an easy cleanup for these 2 members momentarily.
We've seen Freakazoid from this exact position at First Oranges with the Mag 7 to do quite a bit of damage. Kusta's got a little bit of extra range with the UMP, and a fresh smoke will land out in front. And Cloud9 probably not looking to execute right then and there anyways, so you still got 45 seconds on the clock.
Oh, I like
They're going to try and double run boost over this. The coordination, the synchronized swimming. Oh, they actually get tagged on the way through. They're starting to run out of ammunition, though. They go down to their sidearms, and Kusta and Freakazoid. Freakazoid getting 2 kills at least with that Mag 7, it looks like, and Ghost Gaming thwart that just as Cloud9 are starting to set up to leap over that smoke and get in there with some quick numbers. They get tagged on the run boost. It kind of stops it all.
Yeah, it was a pretty creative way to look towards that B bomb site, especially on an eco from Cloud9, but there wasn't much that they could actually find within that round in terms of success, just due to the fact that Ghost Gaming were waiting for that. There was a smoke that they were going through, but still, I like the creativity coming out from C9 in that eco round.
Yep, and we are into AKs, however, and you've still got virtually the exact same kit for Ghost in this round as well. You've done pretty good damage for the trade of Freakazoid's life. Another Molotov coming in here. Dangerous position for Automatic. He had fire in front and behind him. He had nowhere left to go. He was caught in no man's land, and he'll just get tapped down for the even trade. Kusta having a little bit of woundedness, as well as Vice in there too. So, man, Kusta's getting pretty greedy on top of this smoke that won't last for much longer at the bottom side of Banana.
Yeah, he has tucked himself in towards the logs area, so he's in a bit more of a stronger position at this point within the round. We are going to see the rotation come out, as well as Steel peeks onto Rush, doing a great amount of damage there, putting him on 11 HP, forcing him to fall out a window. But it does look like Ghost Gaming now will have to defend the B bomb site as Kusa's made his way back to car. Is this nade going to work?
Timing of this nade
that's a good nade.
Pretty good. It just bounces a bit short, but if he had gotten a little bit further, it could have been Vice's life that goes down. But just the chip damage that Ghost have been able to put up is fantastic so far.
Definitely.
I mean, look at the guns that they have. They're substandard. A FAMAS, an MP5, a Mag 7, but now those guns might as well be automatic ops at this point, because they are going to really hurt the wounded players for Cloud9 as they begin the approach. They're sub 30 seconds, and there's just a brand new smoke blooming up in the lane.
Yeah, this is a scary part for Ghost Gaming, or sorry, for Cloud9 at this point. They're going to be executing through this smoke as Wardell does take down Vice now. You will see the Cloud9 players forcing the issue. Cajun B able to take down Kusta, and Wardell gets caught reloading. And this is the opportunity now for Cloud9 to get this bomb down and maybe get their first on the board.
Man, Wardell got caught in transition. It looked like Rush is going to be playing ambush against Steel right now. Nice shot from Steel, though. It's pulled right back, 2-2. Steel throws a flashbang, pushes Golden back behind the sandbags. You have two 1v1s on the map right now, but things are going to collapse onto Golden. He's won his battle, and it goes down to a true raw one-on-one. Neptune clutches that one out, and Ghost Gaming will be able to stay alive on that one. Substandard weaponry, but they were able to make up for that substandardness with the utility that they used in that round.
Yeah, I'm surprised that it even got to that point, as Ghost Gaming looked like they were going to have a strong B hold in front of them. And Cajun B forces the issue on the smoke. We don't see Kusta connect on that initially. He's going to be shooting that Famus right into Cajun B's chest, not able to connect on anything. And then Wardell gets caught in the middle of a reload on top of it.
Trying to cross from New Box over towards Dark or behind that second pillar.
Such an unfortunate moment for Ghost Gaming.
Bad timing, but still, at the end of the day, Ghost Gaming coming out on top. Cloud9 will go for a force buy on the round. Tech-9s, Deagles, CZs, oh my. But head armor to boot to go along with that. So they still are a threat, even though Ghost Gaming are favored to win the round by a long shot. It only takes 1 or 2 kills, you know? And then you have 2 rifles that you've been able to pick up for Cloud9, and you're looking at a post plant. Hold. It's all it takes sometimes.
Yeah, a little bit of damage being done to Vice here to begin the round, but nothing other than that. It does look like Cloud9 is going to be favoring the B bomb site once again. They just started off the round with a little bit of a default, creating presence towards middle, creating presence towards alternate. But it does look like as we near the minute mark on the clock, they will be regrouping towards the B bomb site and getting ready for an execute.
Deep smoke drops in here. Actually, a Molotov in there as well. It hisses out. Actually, it looks like it was a T-Molotov to just make that smoke fall in the incorrect position, possibly. There's a boost up, and Kusta will be able to dismantle the top and then the bottom of it from Vice, who tried to swing out. A fresh smoke makes sure that that gap no longer exists. And I believe Cloud9 even went up again for the same boost, trying to make a little one-way work on this one, but they've evacuated that situation, got out of there. Kusta still at half HP as Cloud9 take their 3 remaining players and are about to thrust into the B site where 3 players remain themselves. You have a bonus player here being Wardell that's back towards the CT side, and a smoke that desperately needs to be able to cut him off. Nice shot.
Yeah, Cajun B, great entry out of him. Freakazoid does take down Golden. We will see a flashbang come in. Freakazoid spotting Rush, able to take him down. Now, final member, Cajun B, that's 2 on the round for him. Not a bad effort coming out from the Danish player.
Smart move from Wardell to just hang tight and just settle down. Ghost Gaming is a team that does like the retake situation, but Cajun B could not quite get to the site to actually plant that bomb. He ends up burning a couple seconds off the clock, and as soon as he gets there, he gets shot. But for example, Ghost Gaming, we watched them at length on Mirage, and they were a team that loved to play retake on their CT side. So even though it was 3v1 in favor of Ghost, I almost expected Cloud9 to get another bomb plant in there.
Yeah, we'll see Ghost Gaming do that quite a bit once we move into the mid part of the half. Once they get into that advantageous position, maybe 1 or 2 men up, they're just going to play a full retake on that B bomb site, and that's a wise choice, especially when you have full utility, because that allows you such a safer approach rather than giving up the site, losing players, and maybe they're in a 5-on-3 that turns into a 3-on-3 because 2 players wanted to actually go for the hold instead of passive.
Oh, these are going to hurt. 2 nades come in.
Some good damage.
Yeah, that's really good damage to start things off. Kusta at half health, Freakazoid 67 HP, and they still settle in. Flashbangs in there, Freakazoid pops off a couple shots. Vice holds the angle though.
Ooh.
This grenade from Freakazoid should bounce wide left. Actually, it does okay damage too. That's going to be a welcome sight for the rifles for Ghost, as Freakazoid will rotate off and go back towards the coffin side to support Kusta at New Box. Nice shot from him. That's the importance of what grenades can do. Gives that one-shot capability to the AUG. But Kusta now left alone. They know exactly where he's at, but he's got this smoke to be able to kind of lean left and right. There's an angle that Cloud9, they're not too comfortable with cleaning. There's such a wide gap for them to try and cover. He's got that kill against Vice now as well, and look at the delay. Look at the reinforcements that have arrived to the B site, but at the same time, Cloud9 have abandoned ship, and they've sent the bomb back.
Yeah, Neptune's anchoring within the pit now, so this is a great spot for him. If he can just take this and not go for the overpeak, just wait for anybody actually trying to push up on him, he might be able to get away with this, as Steel does take down Golden now, the final 2 members of Cloud9 moving into that A bomb site.
And look at this. I mean, Neptune's back pit, and he knows. All he was is an alert, telling the team they are into the site right now. I am not going to contest. We're going to set this site alight, and look at them burning alive. They're forced off the site at that. Cajun B is forced out into the moto lane. Wardell will be able to clean him up, and the last kill comes through as well. Ghost Gaming, I just love the discipline that they have for all 5 of their players to make that shot and say, I'm not going to try and be a hero here. Let's play as a team.
Yeah, that was really nice out of Ghost Gaming. First starting towards the B bomb site, Dallas, what you're going to see is actually Freakazoid go down initially on that B bomb site. Golden hits a really nice shot towards Coffin, and that leaves Kusta, who already got 1 kill, in a precarious position with only 24 HP. You see him smoke to his left, see him start playing that, and while that's happening, Steel rotates over and chucks a flashbang right over that triple box, that tri-box area, blinding any of the Ts who are actually looking within the site. That allows Kusta to get his second, and that pushes back Cloud9 away from that B bomb site. But unfortunately, Cloud9 now has to call the audible, rush into that A bomb site, and Neptune, able to play it passive, allows his teammates to rotate in. Very clean round out of Ghost Gaming.
Yeah, Cloud9, they are playing a bit cautious right now. In the past couple of rounds, we've seen them approach, set up, they wanted to do some kind of execute, but in doing so, even if they get a kill, for example, like they did on the B site against Freakazoid, they didn't snap that trap shut immediately, and that allows Ghost Gaming to get mobile, start to send rotations in, and that's a double-edged sword. It's a 2-part equation. It's Ghost Gaming, the players that remain on the site, being able to delay a little bit longer, and that's Cloud9 also being a little bit a hitch in their step, not fully confident to be able to leap into a site.
Does look like Cloud9 will send Vice towards the top of Banana by himself. A nice flashbang coming out. Vice is going to be taken down. Neptune, or Automatic, I should say, looking for that re-peek. It will find Kusta, but Freakazoid trades it out.
Now that's interesting. That was three players just showed for Ghost over towards B, and they sent Rush into top mid, and he is instantly taken down. So there's Cloud9 recognizing that there is a weakness somewhere. It's just unfortunate that Rush wasn't looking the right direction to be able to take that fight directly. And now you've got a 4-on-1 situation. Only Golden, he hasn't made any ground either. The smoke just fades at bottom Banana, and Freakazoid will be jump peeking this one as well. So expect Ghost Gaming to pit up yet another round. And in the previous round as well, and we were talking about how Ghost Gaming have been strong in their team decision making, is if the bomb plant didn't happen, if Neptune decided to be a hero in the big pit that last round, try to stop the bomb right there, this wouldn't have been a full buy for Cloud9. It'd probably been a half buy instead. So now they get another chance at it. They get another look at it. Their own money grows because of that, and now they do prevent the bomb plant. So Cloud9's money is into this half buy, full buy every other round, unless they are able to get a couple more bomb plants.
Yeah, the unfortunate part for that round for Cloud9 was we saw so many isolated kills. 3 of their kills there within that round were untradeable. First, Vice going down towards Banana there, as you saw him forced by the ledge out to take out anybody towards that car area. He gets taken down. Automatic looks for the trade, able to get it. He does get traded out by Freakazoid. Then we move towards the A bomb site, where we're going to see Rush walk out of Boiler thinking that there's only 2 players on A, doesn't check the right side, gets taken down, untradeable as well. And then Cajun B towards the end of Halls gets taken down as well.
Jason, drop him. I'm gonna say so I can pass rotate.
I was seeing if we could listen in.
Yeah, I was trying to listen there.
Strats. Yeah. We didn't catch enough information.
I heard something about sneaking.
Sneaking.
I heard something about sneaking.
All right, let's see how sneaky Ghost Gaming can get on this round.
Is Steel just going to be crouching this entire round? Is that the game plan?
Be an interesting one. They're still pretty standard right now. They have they're into their own default right now. The previous round was the atypical one where they had 3 players at the B site.
Yep.
So they had Steel, who was playing arch side, and then Wardell was chilling out here in lane side. But the pressure is starting to creep up into mid and creep into the apartments and come out through Boiler. So possibly to overflow towards this A site right now. They've got a deep smoke that lands into the backside of that porch. That might be just to try and isolate one player. It was in the back corner of the porch, but I'm not sure. It seems like it had a little bit too much mustard on that. Steel's actually getting pushed right now, and he will throw a smoke to block that up. I was a little scared with how close the Cloud9 were getting to that corner on the brackets and how kind of nonchalantly Steel was bouncing around over there towards Arch.
Yeah, Cloud9 did a great job of creating that mid presence. You're going to see these CTs on the Ghost side to fully fall off now, move back towards a more passive play, and at the B bomb side, it's going to be Kusta and Freakazoid absolutely mowing down the Cloud9 offensive, leaving it on to Rush and Cajun B to actually find some success in the round.
Well, that action did cause one rotator, Steel, to come back to Speedway. He's actually going to be sitting watching the passive angle on Arch to make sure that nobody's coming that direction. So you're up to your Wardell and Neptune defenders on this site, which they shouldn't have too much of a problem. Rush is the player that does have the rifle from the previous round, and he will continue this effort forward. A smoke over his head. He's got the first nose with the second players as well. Wardell down and out. That's going to be a bomb plant. Steel and Kusta will now have to play retake themselves. What an entry from Rush right there, getting in tight.
Now he is going to fall into a little bit more of a passive setup. He does have another smoke as well, so he can re-smoke off Moto now and actually allow himself an advantageous position, but it doesn't look like he's going to be opting for that. We will see Ghost Gaming now moving through the smoke. Kusta getting on top of Graveyard. Can Rush close this one out?
That's a surprise and a half. He's going to reload, but in doing so, Steel was just able to catch him on the right side of the default box from Steel's perspective. He was thinking that, oh, that repeat might actually come from Moto, so I'll just lean a little bit to that left end and feel safer there. But his shoulder gets picked off, and Ghost Gaming have managed to pick up 7 in a row now. Steel recovers the op at the end of the round, and the money is out of control for Ghost. That was a net loss for cash for Ghost, and that's a step forward for Cloud9, but they need, at the end of the day, they need to be picking up some rounds.
Yeah, with the 7-0 scoreline at this point, Dallas, Cloud9 is looking very worse for wear, not having any luck or even any success towards any portion of the map that they're trying to attack. If they're going towards B, they're taking massive chip damage, most likely losing one person before they even get into execute position. If they're going towards A, they're not finding anything as Ghost Gaming turtle up into more of a passive setup and don't give Cloud9 any easy frags.
Well, now you are getting into a scary predicament if you're Cloud9. You haven't been able to get anything done yet, and you've been on max loss bonus for quite some time. You've been getting bomb plants every other round, so you are able to put up a lot of pressure, but it's not enough pressure to keep Ghost Gaming from having an insurance card. I mean, they are able to buy up into a double op setup for this one. This is the first time we've seen this from Ghost, and so far it's already bared fruit. Wardell's got the first, Kusta on the second as well. They did recognize that there was an op to either site, but they do kill Kusta. Maybe that makes Cloud9 try and lean towards the B site, but it is currently being reinforced by Steel.
Vice now forces his way up towards Banana. We will see the rotation come in, like you mentioned, Steel coming in towards that coffin area on the B bomb site as Cloud9 look to consolidate their efforts, move on towards the B bomb site for the execute here. Ghost Gaming set up for this execute very well now. I do imagine that Steel as well as Freakazoid should be able to hold this one down.
Yeah, Freak's in the smoke. They're looking for the pop flash in, but he doesn't expect Golden to be standing all the way on top of the sandbags. Now Steel's going to advance up. This smoke's not long. It will fade. There's the first kill. He's point blank on it. He's actually staying on the center of the track there, which is smart, I believe, because you're going to expect him to be on the other side, one side or the other, thinking there's a spam coming his direction. But it's going to be a 2v2 yet again. This time, though, it's Wardell and Neptune to work the retake.
This is going to be a hard retake for the CTs as Cloud9 have moved out into this site. They've set themselves up in that post-plant scenario. And Neptune looking to get boosted up on towards this spawn ledge. Cajun B watching it, able to take him down. It's on to Wardell now with this AWP in hand. Is he going to go for it? Is he going to opt to save this weapon?
Yeah, he's starting to back up, and he knows too that Molly just came from Banana, so he'll just park himself here. He knows if he was to walk up through the CT side into the site, he'd walk into a crossfire. And so the safe route there would be turning the corner into construction, but wisely played right here. He just says, I'm far enough away from the bomb right now, and it's not overwhelming numbers from Cloud9. They're not going to be able to kill me confidently. They're not going to double peek me or anything like that. So he ends up peeling off one last player from Cloud9 on the round who just barely skirt by, entering with, what, a 3v2 on the entry, and then is on a 2v2 retake, and they're able to withstand that storm as well.
That was that flash play that Freakazoid and Steel were trying to set up on the B bomb site. Doesn't end up working out for them. Steel does end up picking up one kill on the Cloud9 player looking to push through the smoke, but as the smoke fades, Golden able to take him down. That's going to be Cloud9's first on the board.
Get it going one way or another. And the utility and the economy for Ghost Gaming does seem to finally be bottomed out. It took a round and a half, it looked like. Ghost Gaming won 2 rounds ago, but it cost them quite a bit. It's going to be a peek from Kusta through the smoke and into the flames.
He's got to get out of there.
7 HP, but he still wants to remain here. He wants this fight. But it's just going to take an errant grenade flying by him to finish the job. I saw Automatic pull it out of his pocket and pull the pin, and there was no way Kusta was going to be able to get away from that one. Only 7 HP left.
It was just such a bold decision to stay out towards that banana area. I mean, I understand the logic towards the op and being able to get 1 kill and run away, but as Steel now does fall to Rush's AK, we are going to see Ghost Gaming in a very big predicament here. A 5-on-3, Dallas.
Yeah, and you can't even decide to make a gamble stack one way or the other because you lost a body on either site. But now it's going to look pretty obvious with Neptune dying over here towards A. Wardell's last alive. Needs a real heroic effort to come up here, and the longer he waits, the more dangerous it becomes. They had lane, they had moto, they had sight, they had everything. Nowhere was safe. So Freakazoid will not see any further action on this round. Cloud9 could hunt, maybe a gun. I wouldn't say even 2 guns. 1 gun could be a sacrifice here, but if you lose 2 for Cloud9, you're kind of just circling the toilet bowl, you know? You end up falling down the drain if you lose too many guns here.
I do like the idea from Cloud9 within that round, as they are trying to hunt here for this kill onto Freakazoid. Are they going to be able to get it? That is the question here.
Yeah, he's behind second oranges. He hears him stomping around, and the bomb still has some time before it detonates. But Cloud9 are pretty wary about this. They're cleaning off every angle, make sure it's good. This might end up being a double peek to favor the Cloud9, but nope. Oh, just a casual jumping AK headshot. Sure, give it to him. No further deaths for Cloud9. They're good to go there. That's a very healthy round, and they're able to completely tank Ghost Gaming's economy. That'll be an eco round for them.
So the thing about that round was after Kusta goes down towards the top of banana area, we're going to see Cloud9 call the audible, try and create a little bit of mid-presence. In doing so, they're able to take down Steel. From that point, we're going to see Neptune actually try and re-aggress. Cajun B absolutely punishes him for it, and then from that point on, Ghost Gaming really have no say in the round as Cloud9 completely steamroll over that A bomb site with the remaining player on it and get themselves their second round.
Just straight vanilla. And another grenade that comes in for Kusta. Those are becoming the bane of his existence as they rattle him down. Took 2 grenades in there. Well played. And it makes it just that much easier for Cloud9 to cross the line into their 3rd round. It's not quite done yet, but I would expect no different scenario. Just full vanilla for Ghost Gaming, which is a complete different setup than they've been accustomed to. A couple rounds where they've done double off. They do have bracket control here. Split left and right. It does net 1 kill, and that is it. Golden on the south side receiving end of that one, and Cloud9 do find their 3rd.
All right, is this the turning point that Cloud9 needs? Remember, it is T side of Inferno, so it's tremendously difficult for the T's to actually start putting rounds up on the board, especially when you're playing against a side like Ghost Gaming that have such a strong CT presence. However, once you get to that 5, that 6 round mark on your T side of Inferno,